Hey, everyone. Blockchain Bernie here. This is episode 385, and we are starting something new. I have a community member here, someone that, is working with Xandeum, supporting the whole community, and it's Bikram, and it will be all about him today. So, and we will do like an interview, and Bikram will be talking most of the time. We do have the live chat on, so if you guys want to ask any questions live or anything like that, please do so. I will see the messages here, and Dochi is there. Yeah, hey Xandeum fam, and yeah, let's get started with Bikram. Just introduce yourself, who you are.
Yeah. Hey, hi Barney. Hi everyone. So my name is Bikram. I live in the UK at the moment, and I'm pretty much interested in blockchain technology and the future of this technology. Um, I have been doing a bit of study for a while and wanted myself to kind of get involved in the technology itself. And I'm also like, I'm quite interested in investing in future technologies and stuff. And yeah, I was a part of a community called Investment Mastery. And from there, I got to know about Xandeum. And yeah, I loved it. I loved like Bernie, and I started following him. Started following his YouTube channel, and to be honest, I be- liked the way he kind of teaches blockchain, and I've been following him for a while, and I loved, and I've learned a lot and enhanced my knowledge about what's going on with the Web3 world. And yeah, it has been a great right till now with Xantium, and hope to see it getting bigger and more people coming in.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for introducing yourself, Bikram. I saw that maybe the volume of your mic when it comes through the internet here might have been a little bit too high in the beginning. Um, I hope everyone could understand you, but I turned it down now a little bit on my end. It was just a setting on my end. So, but now we should be good. If someone wants to give me feedback here in the live chat, let me know if it was okay with the volume or if it is okay now. And yeah, always glad to have these community members here. And I keep saying, like, we have the best community in the world. I really love how engaged you guys all are, and especially on our Discord and everything. So yeah, and just let me ask you a few questions, Bikram. So
Sure.
when did you find us initially? And by the way, big shout out to that Investment Mastery. You mentioned that name. I understand it's kind of an investment club. It's headquartered in the
Yeah.
UK, but they are all
Yeah.
over Europe, I believe, in Sweden and Germany, in the Netherlands. They have a big followership, and many of these guys came into our community. So that was awesome. I already did an interview with Dennis, who is one of the, I believe, co-founders of Investment Mastery, and glad that we have that club there. Yeah. So back to you, Bikram. So you mentioned you found us through Investment Mastery, but when was that approximately?
Yes. So they kind of invest in startups, like new startups, and like where there is a good opportunity in a evolving technology. I mean, they basically uh, do investments in startups, and blockchain especially. They are very like into like kind of investing in new technologies like AI and blockchain. And personally, I was also very interested to get involved with the technology. I did a degree in financial technology, and I was kind of finding ways to get involved in some project, maybe startup or something like that. So it was last year I got to know, and I have a background in like IT, so I'm quite kind of I know a lot of stuff with databases and all. And when I saw Xandeum, like it's just that like I found like this is I would love it. There was no doubt about it. This is coming up with something which I've done, and I know I'm familiar, and I kind of knew that it's gonna be like that's my belief actually. It's gonna be big, and the concept of the world computer, right? Like I've like kind of understood it back in 2020 when I started investing in cryptos. But I started with, like everyone, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I understood the concept of Ethereum. Then Solana came in, and yeah, I started, but I was very busy doing other stuff at that time, and I couldn't get myself involved in especially in a like how the current things are going on and everything. So when my intention join investment mastery was to actually learn more of investing, but I then found Xandeum and I loved it more. I mean, I loved it actually, to be honest. And yeah, I just saw, and it just so much resonated with me. And I found the vision, your vision, especially. I have a few questions for you as well.
Okay.
To be so kind of, yeah, I mean, it's when you said about the Cambrian explosion, and I went through the white paper and everything, and I just loved it. I saw something like it's really gonna. I mean, we don't know. Obviously, nobody knows what's gonna happen in the future, but the vision, like your vision of like how things can change, how can it get better, how can people own their data, own their privacy. This just like kind of I loved it, and I wanted to be a part of it. So just I started joining and trying to help like or support whatever in whatever ways I can. So that's how it just happened last year, and started getting more and more involved. That's in Dorian, and I've seen a lot of and by doing that, I'm getting to learn a lot about like what's going on with the Web3 and how things will be shaping up in the future. I'm getting to learn, or it's just I just love doing that. So yeah, and
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
yeah got myself involved. Like I bought a P node as well, set it up. Like I
Nice.
think I
Nice.
was one of the first users and stuff, and I just
Yeah.
love the concept and the potential of the scaling potential it has, and how it can help people, and how it can decentralize a lot of stuff and give power back to people, so redistribute a lot of wealth as well. So I like all of these. So yeah, that's how that's
Awesome.
been my journey. It's not been a long time. It's just been a year, maybe less than a year, like 10
Yeah.
11
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. That's
But
great.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And
uh,
and then you mentioned you bought a P node also. So um, that's great. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about like what convinced you there, and why did you want to get one? But also before that, if you're comfortable, tell us a little bit more about yourself. What you're doing, what's your education, what's your main job, and stuff like that. Whatever you're comfortable sharing, of course, right? So,
yeah, so
yeah,
that's okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So I've been working in London from 2015. So I was with a firm called Accenture, and then I after working there for around 5 6 years, I was trying to learn something new because I was working with my clients were like uh, basically in the telecom sector, and I've been working to set up the database and doing like reporting and everything. But I wanted to learn something new. What's the future, like AI and blockchain and stuff. So that's how. And then I got a degree. With the University of Bristol. So I learned fintech in there, like financial technology, and a bit of database. That's how like I kind of got to learn more about the technology as well, blockchain, how it is shaping up. And right now I'm working with the university, and yeah, though my work is not exactly related, it's my work is primarily on the ERP side, but I love actually this thing as well. So yeah, so I just got myself involved here, and yeah, just trying to learn as much as I can and also support the technology and its future. And basically, what convinced me to buy Pnode was that I understand what it can do actually, how it can help people, how it can shape up the future of the web actually. And it's because I understand those things, and a lot a basic element, as you also say, a basic element which is still missing, and I don't know why is the case, is the storage thing, right? The storage
Yeah,
is not
yeah,
available for
yeah,
Web3. So
yeah,
how does it scale up? How new application come about in in Web3? So there got to be something. Solana is the fastest like blockchain we know as of today, but there is no way to store data to create decentralized app and scale it, like make data intensive applications. And even AI is still evolving, right? So it's like it's a good intersection where Xandeum is where I found, and I wanted to be a part of that, and wanted to be a part of something which I truly believe can shape a lot of things for Web3. And I truly believe like it has a great potential, and I just didn't want to miss that opportunity to be part of something good. So yeah, that's how I just got involved myself here. And yeah, and I also really wanted to know what was your like, how you had that vision, what was like and what is that like that keeps you kind of going. Actually, it's a lot of hard work. I can see that the way your releases are, it's so much packed, right? It's a lot of hard work, and you really have to be very kind of your vision has to be very strong to keep going. So
yeah,
yeah, I just wanted to know like how what keeps you going actually.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's mostly, of course, the community. It's so great to have you all here. And if I were to stop or something, there are so many great people like you, Bikram, and like all the others that are here in the live chat right now that that count on me, right? And that's for one. But also, how did I get the idea? It just resonated with me, and I read something about, and I think I mentioned it before. I mentioned something about ikigai, right? So ikigai is a Japanese word, and they have this kind of four different dimensions, right? And it's like you can see what you're doing in your life and what are you spending your time with, right? And it needs to be good in four dimensions, right? It needs to be something you're good at, right? Because yeah, if you're not good at it, maybe find something else where you're good at it, right? And it needs to be something that you love, that you love doing, and that honestly brings you joy and fun. But it also needs to be something that the world needs, right? Though it needs to be in sync with kind of the natural evolution of the world, and it needs to further God's will, so to say, and the universe's, pre aligned path, and also it needs to be something where people are willing to pay for and where I can make a living off of, right? Because somehow I need to get some food every day for myself and my family, right? So those are the four things, and I really find myself there, like having found that ikigai, right? I just told it a few days ago to my wife, and also to Verena, who's right here, who is my daughter, by the way, for the ones who don't know it yet. And I told them, like, what would I be doing if I had all the, if money wasn't a question or anything, right? And it kind of isn't, right? I've been doing my own thing since 1999, right? It's not like I have to give up a job from someone or something like that, right? And what else would I be working on, right? I really feel like, with the technology that's behind it, it's something I'm good at. It's something I've been doing since I was 13 years old. Programming close to the hardware. I've always been like, I've never been, that much fascinated only with application and seeing some user interfaces or something. I've always been fascinated in working close to the hardware, right, and making some foundational thing that then will be used by many others who bring it to the end user, right? And that's kind of a rare thing. Many people are more like they want to work close to the end user and give them something rather than being kind of at the infrastructure. But that's something that happens to resonate with me, to build something where many people can build apps on, and then all of these apps can reach so many people It's kind of that multiplier effect, and yeah, I just like that, and it resonates with me, and I think the world needs it. I think there's a real gap. Blockchain is here for decentralization, and if we have decentralization only on code and on these accounts, and can only do these simplified DeFi apps that we all see, then well, that doesn't decentralize all the web and all the successful Web2 apps that we have, and I think the world needs it. I think it's in sync with how the world is evolving. It's a natural expansion of history, and it's good for humanity. And yeah, that's what keeps me going there, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So so back to your view on things, right? So if you had a wish now, what could Xandeum as a team, and that's Xandeum Labs and Foundation and myself and the other team members that you know, if you had a wish, what we could do differently, or where we could add something in order to serve the community better, what would it be? And then also, and also let me combine it with the other question. What could the community do from your point of view, right? You're just one person, but what could the community as a whole do to serve the project better, right?
Right. I having seen the roadmap, I kind of think like it's already quite fast, right? So things have been going very fast, and I know that soon we gonna have like the first app, Zendipedia, I believe, right? I think at that point when it first comes, it would be a very good idea to kind of um, I mean, because then people can really see what decentralization is capable of, right? To get this idea spread. I myself would do that. Like I'll spread the idea as far as I can through social media and telling about my friends. But people still I think lack that what I can see, or maybe you can see also. Like I just know that it's gonna be like something very good, but a lot of people really don't see at this point of time. So I think the spreading the message is something which is whatever way we can, or the community can, that would be a great thing. Spreading the message about P-Node, like how they can participate, to help the project. I myself will also be spreading the idea of P-Node, what it really does, and demonstration of how the Xandipedia worked, or other decentralized application if Xandium is building, to really give a demonstration to everyone in the community. That would be a very great idea to really kind of grasp the what can happen in the future, and how people can also contribute by the way of developing applications as well in their and participate in few projects with Xantium also. So I think that's something, I think that's coming as well, right? But I think
Yeah.
yeah, just like spreading the message, I believe at this point of time, that's something I would be interested in, and I would like help other people also kind of spread it. So yeah, that would be
Yeah.
it at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. So a very, very high priority for us now is getting the documentation done for the Munich release for developers, so that they see how can I use the storage layer to actually build apps. That's like super high priority, and we just had the last touches with the dev team this morning. So that will come out really, really soon, and then we can use that to spread the word, right? And then there's the Munich release in itself, and we're still discussing, will there be some sort of demo with the Munich release? But I think it has been such an amount of work to build that Munich release, which has all the functionality, right? I can only repeat it as everything's working there, right? Just in a prototype status. So let's push that out to the world and not further delay it to build some demo or something like that, right? Because the Wikipedia demo is coming anyway. Maybe we still do this binary guessing game that we talked about in the green paper, similar to a phone app called the Akinator. Don't know if some of you are familiar with that. It used to be quite a successful app, and I think we called it I Know It Live or something. So yeah, so we're absolutely aligned there, right? There has to be more and more that we can show off. We all need to transition very soon now to finding developers, right? More so than just finding people that are interested in innovative projects and stuff. And glad to have people like you, Bikram, who are just like that persona, right? Like the early followers that understand the vision and are like trailblazers and things like that. But right now, we need to transition to priority number one, finding developers that want to build on it, right? And us also building our demo apps so that we can show that off. And yeah, totally agreed. Okay. So we're like 23 minutes in. Let's just check a little bit here, the live chat. Maybe there's stuff in there that you can also answer, Bikram. We have Michael here. We have I Love Xand. Nicolo is here. Nicolo is helping so many people setting up their P-notes, right? Because we have a deadline now, and I think we need to have a deadline, right? And a deadline without consequences is not a deadline, right? So the consequence might be, hey, you forfeit your P-note even though you paid for it. And of course, we don't want that to happen for anyone. And we don't want that to happen if it's so difficult to set it up. And I'm so grateful we have a few community members, including Nicolo, who's helping everyone, right? So if you're watching this here, you have trouble setting up your P-note because you need to set it up first, and then you can onboard it with the onboarding form, right? You need that ID that you only get when you set it up to enter it in the onboarding form. But we have, you can always, if you're stuck, just open a ticket on Discord. There is an open support ticket button there. You can just do that and you have it. And otherwise, reach out to those helpful community members, like, for example, Nicolo, who is here in the audience today as well. Okay, we have Mike Ebube there. I see you a lot. We have Brad there. Awesome. We have Michael also. Peter from X. Thank you for sending messages on X here also. Dochi, both audios are okay. Alan, good to see you again here. See you more often here again, or probably I've always seen you often, right? And Mabi, and love the transparency. Thank you. Frank with Digital Energy. Thank you, Frank. And then Dr. Alburn, any news on airdrop 2? The news is still the same. It's like we need to do one step after the other right now. We got a few days more delay through my sickness, and then I flew to New York for 2-3 days for the Solana Accelerate event. So, but it's all moving along, and we're just doing the XAND staking rewards. Need to finish those, and then send out the rest of airdrop 1, and then do airdrop 2. I think we still have a chance that we can do it in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So thanks for reminding us for airdrop 2. Sasha Kuhlmann, that reads German here, the Kuhlmann, huh? So, and then Guy Gosselin, also see you so many times. Cornell, coming from IM also. So many people coming from Investment Mastery. It's really great. And then Mike Ebube again, what really happened to the remaining airdrop number 1? rewards distribution, as you said. Of course, it's not canceled. Thanks for reminding me, Mike. It's just that before we do that, we want to fix the error that we had with the XAND staking rewards, right? And that turned out to be a little bit more complicated than we hoped for, but I have the latest sheet now by the team for final review. And then we're doing that. I mean, Brad is in the call right now. Hopefully we can do that in the weekend. And then that's history. And then we can do airdrop number 2. Then we can do the rest of airdrop number 1, which will also be relatively quick. And yeah, maybe we can get it all done next week. So thanks for reminding us and setting these priorities here. Then are the 170 plus enrolled P nodes working okay right now? What to expect in June? Yeah, I think they are working okay. Some of them still need to get onboarded, so they have it set up. It shows under C nodes, but they don't show up in the onboarding form yet. I think we still only have 135 there. So the remaining like 35 should onboard also as soon as possible. And it's easy for them because they're already set up, right? All they need to do is copy that ID and put it all in. Then we have Elaine here. In the Solana Accelerate meeting, what meeting? There were tons of meetings, right? I was part of 2 meetings there. There was a validator meeting on Tuesday evening, and then there was a marinade meeting on Wednesday. So those were the 2 that I was attending. And I just wanted to scale down on these events, right? Because we were on breakpoint, and then, you end up traveling so much, and we need to build our software and stuff like that. I got a special invitation then for that validator event, and I flew there on really short notice. It cost me a fortune to do the booking on short notice. And the meetings were, it was not for me, it was basically like see some guys again. And we have some guys that could be really early adopters and also on the RPC side. So it was good to see their faces again and, recap, put me into their memory again. So yeah, it was good. But I don't know, Dochi, did you mean any special other Accelerate meeting, or did you just mean the Accelerate conference in general? Not sure. So I was on these 2 meetings that were part of Accelerate. Then Guy Gosselin, open ticket, but do not answer DM scammers. Thank you for that. We just recently had another one. It came through through Investment Mastery, and someone lost, I don't know, this and that, $7,000, I believe. Be suspicious on anyone that sends you direct messages just because they're shown as Brad at Xandeum. It's mostly Brad that they are impersonating, right? So not me that often.
Yeah, but sorry, Bunny. So I
Yeah.
was just telling like, there was one guy who impersonated as you as well, and he was pinging me to join something. So yeah, I really
Yeah.
thought it was you
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
some point. But yeah, but I just
It's like
understood when he was asking for.
yeah. It's probably everyone falls for it the first time, right? And then after that, you kind of learn from it, and hopefully the first time is not that high of a loss or something, right? So, yeah, and it happens all the time. Yeah, turn off DMs. So that's one of the things that can help. All right. Good. So yeah, I love this thing here. I hope more and more of the community will come up and show up, and for others there, you don't have to speak perfect English or anything like that. For me, English is not my first language, and I'm not sure, maybe it's not for you either, Bikram, and yeah, and so many others, and nobody's perfect. Blockchain is a new technology. Solana is a new chain. We're all learning still, and I would love to just have someone else next time, and maybe Elaine, maybe Dochi, if you want to, just come up into the next meeting, and we can make that a series where community members just introduce themselves and connect with me and connect with the community through the live chat. Okay, so there's one last message here from Dochi. Yeah, I was referring for the whole event, like a special booth for Xandeum. Yeah, I mentioned that like a couple of months ago, where I said like, well, should we go to New York, and then we go to Abu Dhabi, and then we go here, and then we go there, and I've been doing that. Excuse me, sorry, for so many times, and in the end, I felt like we need to focus and maybe go there when we have something, when the Wikipedia is there, when the first few apps are there, then it's probably more rewarding. And still, networking is important, so that's why I made that quick trip on short notice, and it was just me. It wasn't the whole team. Excuse me, I'm still a little bit sick, so I have that thing in my throat here. Yeah, anyway, that's why we did that. And Dochi, always available. So thank you. Let's do it next week, Dochi. Can you do next Thursday? Yeah, let's do it then. And for today, any closing remarks, Bikram?
Yeah, I mean, it was lovely to have a conversation with you directly in YouTube. Loved it, and I hope Xandeum grows very, very big and solves a lot of problems as well. And yeah, thanks for connecting. And yeah, it's been a great meeting. Yeah.